Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rim Shots with Sean on Eastlink Community TV. And we are, over the next week or so, going to be talking Riverfest. With me right now, I have a good buddy of mine, Mr. Brian Doucette, that's going to be appearing there. How are you, sir?
Good, buddy. How's things, man?
Good, good, good. So is this your first appearance at Riverfest?
No, man. Actually, this is going to be number three for us. We did the first year that they did the online festival. We played in that, and actually, that was a really cool setup. We did that on Greg Hines and Kara Hines' front step, and it looked kind of like farmhousey, so it was really awesome. But we did that year, and then we played last year down in Aylesford. So this will be our third appearance at
Awesome.
Riverfest.
So I did, what night did you do? You did Saturday?
Yeah, last year. Well, actually, it was last year Saturday. I think it was around 6 or 6:30 in the evening.
Nice. You know what? And so last year was my first go. I was there. We did the Friday night. Very well run festival. All kinds of different things take place. Talk to people about your experience last year. What you guys, how you guys found it. What you got out of it.
Man, it was incredible. Honest to God, Sean, I kid you not. It was one of the funnest days we've had last year. And we did a lot of playing last year. Like we were playing, whether it was solo, duo, trio, full band. Like I know myself, like I did a lot of playing last summer. And I can honestly say Riverfest was one of the funner days that I've had. We had a wicked crowd. We had probably about I'd say between 50 and 75 people in front of us just watching us and stuff like that. Had a crowd of people dancing. The setup, the management of the place, the bands that were there, like it was just such a fantastic vibe. And we're pumped. We can't wait to go back again this year.
So if somebody hasn't attended Riverfest before, give them a little, I guess, nickel tour on what they can expect.
I think uh, I think they can attend Riverfest with good faith that there's going to be something. In regards to like genre wise, I think there's something in it for everybody down there. There was such a wide range of genres that were playing down there last year. Like I heard everything from like a hard rock to a heavy metal to like a dancey vibe to and everything in between. I heard cover bands, original bands. The people were fantastic. The campground was fantastic. I would put it down as a highly recommend for anybody that want to go down and check out Riverfest for sure. Yeah, I think it's one of the best festivals that's going on in the province right now.
Right on. So Sean here with Brian Doucette on Rim Shots with Sean and Eastlink Community TV. I mean, one of the things that I liked about it, it's not that far out of town. I mean, like really, you're talking maybe an hour if you're pulling a trailer, maybe a little bit further. But you get there, all the amenities are there, real community kind of vibe to it. That's what I got when I was down there last year.
Oh, absolutely. And actually this year we last year we were the night before we were playing a different gig down in Yarmouth. And so we had come up on the Saturday, probably about I'd say a good like probably 5 or 6 hours before our gig. And just to check out some of the other bands and stuff like that. And but this year, however, there's a crew of us that are going to go down. We're going to go down, and I'm not sure what night we're playing yet, but we're going to go down on the Friday, at least a good crew of us, anyways. And we're just going to stay for the whole weekend and have our instruments with us and play when it's our time to play and stuff. And so, yeah, we're going to spend a little bit more time down there than last year. Even though last year we spent pretty much the full Saturday there. We just missed the Friday because we were kind of engaged somewhere else. But
Sure. One of the things that I personally liked about it, so I played on the Friday. I stayed the whole weekend, so I enjoyed bands all day Saturday and most of Sunday. Again, people stayed. I mean, like, there wasn't this thing where, sometimes you go to things and people only show up for their set and then leave once they're done. And it seemed like everybody kind of hung out and really supported each other.
yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Like I know when I got down there. When we left Yarmouth and went to made our way to Riverfest, I remember I got on the road a little earlier than everyone else, and I kind of teed up at the Rebel Prospects as soon as I got there. Awesome band! If you guys are watching this, I love you guys. But I teed up at the Rebel Prospects pretty much within the first 30 seconds of being there, and I spent hours with those guys and hung out with those guys and that. And my homegirl Alexandra Rogerson was down there tearing it up, doing her karaoke thing, and being the best karaoke queen in this province as she does. And I got to hang out with her. And man, just yeah, I met a bunch of cool bands last year. I seen a lot of cool bands last year, and yeah, no, there was a really good vibe down there. It was like there was a lot of artists that were down there to support each other in their playing because I know I mean, I had a pile of people that I knew were there to play or that I had already seen play that were sitting right out and watching us when we were there. And of course, our band did the same for those guys, right? So, no, it
So
was a wicked supportive atmosphere, wicked community kind of vibe down there.
you're going down the full band this year?
Yes, yeah, I got the full crew coming with me. I've got Greg Hines on lead guitar. I got Kara Hines on keys. I got Michael Butts on drums, and we're not sure about my boy Gino yet, though. Gino's a busy man, so I'm not sure about Gino coming down. We might have to get Kara on the keys and doing the bass notes from the keys, but we're hoping Gene can make it. If he can't, we'll still love him, of course, because he's awesome.
Well, Gene's
But
a dude,
we
man.
do have the full band going down.
I've known Gino a long time. He usually when I'm playing downtown, he's playing the Loose Cannon or something. I usually see him out after his show, and you look over to the left, and there he is, man. He's like clockwork. Usually around 1:30, 2 o'clock, there he is.
He's so talented. Like it seems like every time we hang out, I find out a new instrument that he plays.
He literally
Like the
throws
guy's
everything at you but
incredible.
the
I love
kitchen
Gene.
sink. So let me ask you this,
Yeah.
Brian. So I mean, you said you played a lot last year. What when people come down to see your set this year, what can they expect out of you?
Well, they'll hear a whole pile of new music, that's for sure. I've got a double album coming out. Probably it will be out before I actually go down to Riverfest. And I love her description of how we are kind of our own genre. We're very high energy, very in your face. We play with our guts, with our hearts on our sleeves, and lots of original music. But we know how to throw the odd cover in there too, because we love keeping that dance floor packed. So yeah, I think I got the best. I got the best band a guy could ask for. So we're going to put on a hell of a show for about 45 minutes to whoever's down there at Riverfest this year.
That's awesome. So I've got about a minute. And I want to thank you for coming on here. Obviously, it's Rim Shots with Sean. We're a new endeavor in Eastlink Community TV. We're very excited about that. Where can people, I guess, before they go down there, can they find out about you and kind of get a gander at you before they go down and check you out?
Well, you can find me on all the social media platforms. Brian Doucette Music on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you name it. I'm on all the streaming platforms: Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, Apple, and I'm playing a whole bunch around this city and around this province and all over the Maritimes coming up. So check out my socials. I'm easy to find. Come out and check us out. That's Brian Doucette Music. Can't wait to see you.
It's going to be a good time. Look, my friend, I want to thank you for doing this. We got to go pay some bills, but Brian Doucette at Riverfest, and it's going to be a time.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks for having me, brother.
Peace out. Good evening, folks. Welcome to our second segment here, Rim Shots with Sean and Eastlink Community TV. I am Sean. I'm here with Brent McCall, Echo 7. Topic of the night is Riverfest. And so tell me, Brent, have you guys taken part in this event before, or is this your first time?
No, this is our first chance at Riverfest, so we're very, very excited. The fact that there's a festival like this in the Maritimes is huge, and to be a part of it and be on the roster is definitely an honor, and we're definitely looking forward to playing.
So I can tell you, last year was my first one, and I showed up early. I played on the Friday night. I stayed the whole weekend, and my big takeaway from the whole thing was for starters, how well run it was. It was just so well run. But what a sense of community there the whole weekend, people supporting each other, watching each other. It was fantastic. I think you're in for a great time.
Excellent. That's really good to hear. And, honestly, just to have a fest that caters to, hard rock and metal is definitely huge for the Maritimes. And so, again, we're definitely honored to be a part of this and definitely looking forward to meeting other bands, playing with other bands and just vibing with other, musicians, going at it here in the Maritimes.
So tell me about Echo 7, because one of the things I started at Barstools, I've been trying to, get immersed in many different sorts of scenes. And every so often a name will, I hate to say come across my desk, but it'll pop up. And it's like, I haven't heard of these guys before. So tell me about you guys.
Oh, Echo 7, we've been at this for about 3 or 4 years as a band. We're based out of Moncton, New Brunswick. Our official title for genre is alternative metal. We're a 5-piece band, a female-fronted metal band, which is a thing. So we have to say that. Stephanie Roy is our lead vocalist. Luke Smith is our bass player. We have 2 guitar players, Marcus LeBlanc and Justin Laracy, and then myself on drums. We are signed to Curtain Call Records out of the States, out of Florida. We released an EP, X-Ray in Use, last September. It's a 7-track EP, and we're currently writing music for the album, which hopefully will be released in spring of 2024.
That's fantastic. This is going to have to be a part 2 because, like I say, I've been trying to cover an awful lot of different genres. You guys definitely fit into that, sort of genre that I'm looking to expand upon. So what we'll do is when we're done, we'll make arrangements to do a second interview. But where do you guys, what's the scene like for you guys in terms of shows and getting out there? And, obviously Riverfest is going to be a good one, but how do things look for you?
Well, I mean, Moncton's been pretty decent. We've done the circuit. We've done, Lexi's Lounge, Miss Q, the Igloo. We've hit PEI last year. We did a mini tour to support the EP. So we hit Baba's Lounge out in PEI. This is going to be our first adventure into Nova Scotia, and hopefully not our last. So we're definitely looking to expand in the Maritimes and hopefully maybe even make our way, to Quebec and then Toronto. So we'll see what happens in the coming months.
One of the things, and I had a conversation with a guy, it was 2 weeks ago. There was a metal show going on at Monty's here in Dartmouth, and he expressed a little frustration about how, there's a lot of good bands that are metal bands and alternative metal bands, and there's not really an amazing platform for them in Atlantic Canada. Are you guys finding the same thing, or are you able to kind of pick up some gigs?
Yeah, no, that is 100% correct. Getting gigs is a lot like pulling teeth. A lot of venues, and I'll just say it, a lot of venues want to play it safe. And nothing against other musicians, cover bands, karaoke, whatever. But I really wish venues were a bit more adventurous and cater to a wider, taste palette when it comes to music. And so when you say you're a metal band, you go to a venue and you want to book a show, there's a lot of hesitation. They want to give you it's going to be too loud. Oh, that doesn't fit our regular, demographic. Oh, our regulars won't like that. We've played shows and been told to turn it down, knowing full well it's a rock show, so it is very, very hard. There aren't a lot of venues who are happy to have you. You kind of go into a show and hope for the best and hope they don't shut you down halfway through. But I agree with that sentiment 100%. It is hard in the Maritimes as a metal band, as a hard rock band, to find consistent gigs, and not just play like the little, the same circuit. Is really hard to expand. So I definitely can relate to that. 2 things. We're going to have to get you down here at Monty's because it's one of the best rooms. I was just at they call it April Assault. It was a full-on metal show on Friday night. Very well attended. Fantastic. The second thing is when you get to Riverfest, all bets are off, man. Like there's no genre that's not welcome. Everybody that plays, be it the folk guy to the, Cookie Monster metal, they all fit. Everybody loves them all and everybody supports you. It sounds like I'm a homer, but I mean, my producer is actually one of the guys that puts this on, and just a great venue, just a great spot. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. Well, I'm looking forward to it. And again, just to be around like-minded people and, have that energy and feed off of that and just have, fans that are going to be there that are looking, for original music and they're going to support that and show love is definitely exciting for us. And so again, we're very excited to be playing this event.
It's funny. I always get knocked that you're turning it into a drummer show because I'm a drummer. But hey, the drummers are the ones that always step up, man. So it's like, I'm not showing favorites. I'm working with who's going to work with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, drummers get no love, man. We carry the most gear. We're the first ones in, the last man out or lady out. It's always a hard run for us drummers there, but yeah, someone's got to do it. So here we are.
Here we are. So I guess last little bit before we go, we get a minute and a bit. Where are my viewers going to find out about Echo 7?
Well, you can find us on social media on Instagram @_Echo7. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter at the same handle @_Echo7. We have a website, echo7band.com, where you can find links to all the social media and to different press releases and things like that. We've got merch on redbubble.com. So if you have the Redbubble app, you can find our merch store there. And we're on Bandcamp, iTunes, all the streaming platforms. Unfortunately, it's a necessary evil. But we're all over the place. So you can find us on all of your favorite streaming platforms as well.
Well, here's what's not a necessary evil. It's actually very helpful. So I've been doing this podcast now for 3 years. Eastlink Community TV picked us up, and we're able to actually do some different things and highlight some different local genres. So it's been a pleasure to have you on here, man. I look forward to seeing you when I'm there. Do you know what night you're playing yet?
We don't know whether we're doing the Friday or the Saturday. I believe we may have settled on Saturday, but we haven't confirmed that yet. So hopefully we'll find out. Either way, I believe we're going to be down there probably for the entire event. So again, we don't know what time or what day, but we'll be there and we'll be ready.
I'll give you a little tip, man. Stay for the whole weekend, because I tell you, certain people talk about certain events that are very well for networking. One possibly going on here in Halifax, but this one here in this month, or sorry, in August, well worth your while. So check it out.
Absolutely.
Peace, my man. Thanks a lot for doing this.
Thank you so much for having us.
We're back after this. Well, welcome back, folks. We paid some bills there, and then we are back for segment 3 on Rimshots with Sean and Eastlink Community TV. We have Kross from the Rebel Prospects. How are you, sir?
Good. How's it going, Sean?
Good. So I know this isn't your first one, because we kind of were in the same vicinity last year. I spent a little bit of time with you guys down there. That was good fun. How many Riverfest will this be for you guys?
Well, we did the first virtual one, and then we played last year down in Aylesford, and this is going to be, I guess, number 3 if you count the virtual one, and pumped to do it.
So the new location, I didn't play the old location. I've talked to people that did, but everybody says that the new location is just great in terms of where the stage is, where everything's kind of laid out. Just a lot of fun. You guys had a good experience down there last year?
Oh, it was fantastic. Can't say better for how it was organized. Everything ran smoothly. The atmosphere was fantastic. We even said, obviously we wanted to play. We were going anyway. I invite anybody to come down just to hang out.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Even if I wasn't playing it, I would probably go down, because it's a good hang. There's a lot of cool people down there. And you're right, organization wise, it's just top drawer. Did I lose you?
Oh, sorry, you're breaking up a little bit there. What did you say?
I said organization wise,
You're back now, I think.
Organization wise, it's an amazing event.
Oh, I can't believe how smooth it went. Just to know what's going on when. I think that's a big part of kind of what we do as musicians, is kind of, we want to know where we're going when, who to talk to when. Everybody was very helpful all the time. And I think those that just wanted to be in that atmosphere, everybody was such in a good mood and just willing to support any act that was up there. I know there is a fact that there's people who just, may not naturally watch that type of music, and they were having a time.
So I had the opportunity to see you guys at, I don't remember what it was, but you guys were playing Monty's. It might have been a Sunday afternoon. I had seen you before, but to your point, I really like the fact that I get dialed into some bands that I'd have heard of that I had never seen. And my big takeaway, and tell me if you agree with this, there's something for everybody.
Yeah, I think that is something to be said. The organization of having such a dynamic group of bands that everybody will like a piece, whether it be, the afternoon, having a great time with great acts like Brian Doucette last year was fantastic in the afternoon, and some great sort of strong metal acts in the evening. It was great.
Yeah, and the one thing I was kind of milling around, I was hanging with a couple of buddies, and I was at somebody's campsite, and they said, you got to go see this band. And I don't remember what the band was, but I went down, and it was almost like, I liken it to, you go to an event and people show up when they want to see the band, and as soon as that band's done, they leave. And with this one, obviously you're there and you can't necessarily leave, but everybody seemed to really support everybody that jumped up on the stage.
Yeah, I thought that was consistent throughout the whole weekend. I remember, checking out you guys. The Side Hustle was fantastic, and it was just kind of nice to everybody's supporting everybody, and it was just bands supporting bands, and a lot of people who made a great travel to see some great music.
Yeah, and again, having, I guess, not knowing what I was getting into, and I've played festivals before, but the one thing from a musician standpoint that I think you can appreciate, and if anybody's watching that's just going to play, they are very good at the changeovers. They're amazing, right? So you're not sitting around going, my set's getting cut. If your set gets cut, it's your fault.
Yeah, I think there's some accountability there on the band side to be, when your time is ready, you should be there, and that's how it will run smoothly, and that's how they have it set up. It's fantastic.
So Sean here with Kross from the Rebel Prospects. We're on Eastlink Community TV, and so I'm assuming you guys are going to have some new music at this. It's been a year, right? You've been working on some stuff. There're going to be some newbies that we're going to see.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know how many in the set right now, but at least 3 new tunes that we're really sort of pushing hard as we're about to actually go in the studio in June to record 3 of those tracks for sure. And it's been not say a long year, but a productive year. I think that's what we're excited about.
Yeah, it's interesting, because it almost seems like Riverfest was a month ago or 2 months ago. And, we're coming up on what, 10 months ago.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Before we know it, it was cold. I don't know about your neck of the woods. It was stinking cold here today in Halifax, but before you know it, it's going to be scorching. We're all going to be walking around with our shirts off, and maybe some visual for some people might not be great, but it's going to be warm, and festival music's going to be here again.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be, suns out, guns out type of attitude down there, and a lot of great energy. I remember last year as Alex doing the karaoke. Everybody was involved with that. I think she's doing that again this year, if I remember correctly. And a lot of hula hoopers. Everybody's kind of having a good time playing some sort of outdoor games too.
I'm a bit of a homer because one of the guys that takes care of Riverfest is Jason McCorriston, and he is the producer / editor of this very show. And we had the pleasure of having Jason play with us last year because our bass player was away. But those guys work the whole weekend. I've never seen the likes of it. Him and Sean and Kross and all those. They don't take a second off. They're making sure that the artists are having a good time. The people that are there are having a good time, and it's just very well put together.
Yeah, I think even so far as I remember waking up, after a few wobbly pops, and I remember them taking care of the grounds, picking up some things off the ground here and there, putting them in the garbage, and that's something to be said nowadays of how meticulous they're about to making sure everybody's enjoying a good time and they're respecting the area that they're playing.
And that's a great point because you don't always get that, right? Musicians get the MO that, hey, we just drink a bunch of beer and throw the bottles and the cans away, but that's not the case, right? We take care of our own. Got a little under a minute left here. Where are my viewers and everybody on Eastlink Community TV, which is a new thing now, going to find out about the Rebel Prospects and what you guys are up to?
Any social media, the Rebel Prospects, on all social media, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and as well our website, therebelprospects.com, has a lot of our music there, but all your favorite streaming sources, iTunes, as well as YouTube Music, Spotify, you name it, we're available on there. And we'd love to hear from you. I think that's the main thing, is we're trying to reach a new audience and many people that may not have had a chance to check us out. We're a fun time band looking for people who want to have the same fun when we're looking out in the audience.
And my public service announcement for you guys is you just don't stand there tapping your feet. You're fun to watch. I really enjoy you. Thanks a lot for doing this, man. Looking forward to seeing you down there. It's going to be a hoot. It's hard to believe it. Before we know it, it'll be like Christmas, man. It's almost here.
Absolutely. Thanks to you and thanks to Riverfest and all the organizers. I'm looking forward to the band's pumped. We're ready for another great one.
From Shots with Sean, Eastlink Community TV. Peace out.